Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Hines. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 51 to Mike. 50.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Here's Hines. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Brissett, he'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 21-yard line.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On 3rd down, Hines, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run forward with Hines. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I don't think you got it, sir. Shoot.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, an even 90 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
We got this. Their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Wide, get wide. Under 10, 10. Kill. Check, lucky. Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9.
I'm here all day. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Brissett again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. 18. It's a party now. It's a party now. Alert. 27 Mike. 27 Mike. Mike 27. Come on. Mike's 47. Mike out.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down now, it's Hines, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Bernardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
47 Mike, 47. I give you that. They're running it. Check. Watch the safety creep.
Throwing again is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. To rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Brissett to throw on first. Catch made here by Campbell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Texans scoop it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. Room here to run. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the out. Watch the out. .47's the mic. 47.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. It's out.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson
And he's going to go down again.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check.
Watson now to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Hines. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. They're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, check right, check right. Watching the five. Danny. That's it. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
We're set to throw for it on 4th. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Ready? Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm down. Hey, watch the slant. Whip. Jim.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
I got you. Undercrush. Safe. Hey, check.
They run again with Hines. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Brissett. And a throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check Mike 33. Let's go, baby. They turn it up. Get that ball. Mike, check 33.
Now Brissett on 4th down. Funchess has it complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Brissett. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Now the set. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 31! 47's the mic. 47's the mic. We own it.
To throw is Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Walker leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Watson. He's got Fuller. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Hey, 59. 47's the mic. Hey, 24. Back. Hey, 24. Hold the look. Hold the look. Hold. 47.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, and he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Throwing now, Watson. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Anthony Walker able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
24 down, coming.
Now Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go!
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You got nothing. Shoot!
Brissett now. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Eluding the pressure right. It's complete. Stills. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And Watson's going to throw it here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking to go back to Stills, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
So we got man. Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift.
Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Texans, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go!